Today, I want to talk about something that changed my life. Harnessing your inner voice to build an unshakable self-belief. As a young girl, when I first picked up my rifle, I loved it. I felt like this is where I belong. This is what I want to do. Much against the norms of society, I didn't even know that shooting was an Olympic sport. Over the years, I trained, but there was a time when I felt like I wasn't good enough. I missed the gold at the Nationals 3 consecutive years. I had worked hard. I'd put in the years. Yet, doubts crept in. What if I fail? What if this is not meant for me? And I know I'm not alone in this. Maybe some of you feel this way right now, questioning if you're good enough, wondering if you're on the right path. Students choosing a career, coaches wondering if they are making an impact on the athletes, professionals choosing a right direction. Doubts don't discriminate. It finds all of us. Each one of us have our moments when we question ourselves. But if we have the power to doubt ourselves, we also have the power to believe in ourselves. But what if I told you that self-belief is not something you're born with? It's something you train, just like you train your body. And today, I want to show you how. Think about how we train our body to build strength. The first time we lift weight, it feels difficult. Your muscles tremble. But over time, as you push through the discomfort and keep training, the weight that once felt impossible slowly starts feeling manageable. Self-belief works the same way. Repetition makes it stronger. The more you face challenges and overcome them, the more resilient your belief becomes. Resistance makes it grow. In sport, muscles get stronger with resistance through strain. Self-belief works the same way. It doesn't get stronger if everything is very easy. Self-belief gets stronger if you push through your doubts. Neglect weakens it. If you don't put yourself through those challenges, if you stop testing yourself, if you let doubts win, self-belief weakens, much like an unused muscle. Neuroscientists talk about neuroplasticity, which is the ability of the brain to rewire itself through repeated experiences. The more you practice confidence, the more the brain learns that self-confidence, self-belief is its default response. And I learned this not through books, but through the toughest moments of my career. I'd like to share some of my own battles with self-doubt. As a young shooter, many people told me why I couldn't succeed. It's too unknown, it's too expensive, very few make it. By the time I gathered knowledge, equipment, and the technical skills, I was making a breakthrough. I got married. She's done, they said. And by the time I made it to the elite international shooting levels, I was on my way to having my baby boy. She's surely done, they said. And in 2003, I missed on all my chances to qualify for the Olympics. She's definitely done, they said. And for a while, I believed them. I started questioning everything. Maybe I had peaked. Maybe I'm not meant for the Olympics. And when self-doubt creeps in, it doesn't just stay in your head. It also affects your body. So what happens when self-doubt creeps in? Your posture changes. You shrink. Your breathing gets shallow. Your body tenses. Your mind starts racing. And you start questioning every decision. And as an athlete, that's dangerous. Because in shooting, the difference between the world's best shot and a lost opportunity is not just technical skill sometimes. It's also your belief. So I had to make a choice. Will I let doubts win? Or will I train my self-belief? Just like I had trained my body. And that's when I started treating self-belief as part of my training. Along with training for my technical skills, I also started training for my mindset. I worked on mental imagery, visualizing myself executing perfect shots under pressure. I practiced controlled breathing to regulate my emotions. And most important, I learned to recognize doubt not as a truth, but as a resistance to push through. In February 2004, I walked onto the shooting range, just like I had so many times before. It was my last chance to qualify for the Olympics. But that day, something felt different. The doubt was gone, the noise was gone, and there was just silence. Shot after shot, I wasn't thinking. I was just listening, not to fear, not to expectations, but to that deep inner voice that was always there, guiding me. And that was the day I made the world record with a perfect score of 400 out of 400. I won the gold and also qualified for the Athens Olympics. Armed with my 2-year-old boy and this newfound self-belief, 5 months later, I went on to make it to the finals of the 2004 Athens Olympics. A feat that took 20 years until Paris 2024 for any other Indian woman shooter to achieve after me. I didn't just improve my performance. I trained a new muscle, self-belief. Now as a coach, I see athletes struggle with this all the time. Despite holding top world rankings, I see athletes grapple with inner battles of self-confidence. I saw it up close at the Paris Olympics and Paralympics. It was a psychological battle for the entire team. We implemented structured mental training techniques like visualization, breath control, and mindfulness meditation, known to reduce anxiety and improve performance. One of my shooters was technically very good, very skillful, but mentally she was distracted by overthinking. I knew she had put in the work. She had it in her to do her best. All she needed to do was focus on her own belief. I took her through the same process that I had trained for. I made her focus on a small dot on the rifle stand, just to create a moment of stillness where she could listen to her own inner voice. She stopped doubting. At that moment, I could see the shift. She started trusting, and she went on to put up her finest performances and win gold for India at the Paris Paralympics. How can you train self-belief? How can all of us make it part of our everyday life? Step 1, silence the noise. The world is loud. Social media, expectations, doubts, it's everywhere. The first step is to create that moment of stillness. For me, it was a moment of silence before taking a shot. For you, it could be journaling, meditation, or just 5 minutes of quiet reflection. Step 2, tune into what's inside of you. Your dreams are not random. They are signals from your future self, guiding you through. Step 3, take the leap, even without full certainty. What's something that excites you, but still scares you? That's usually where your calling is hiding. Take the leap. But the mistake we make, we wait for proof until we start believing. But the truth is, believe first, the proof will follow. No one can be 100% certain except you. So let me ask you, what's stopping you from taking that first step? Let's do something together right now. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Now, I want you to listen. Not to the world, not to your fears, but to that voice inside of you. That voice, that's the one that knows exactly where you're meant to go. Trust that voice. You can open your eyes. Even as we grow older, we all have our moments of uncertainty. Teachers guiding students, coaches mentoring athletes, professionals wanting to switch careers. Each of us has a voice that shows us the way, but do we listen? Remember that young girl who first picked up a rifle. She had no proof she'd succeed. She had no guarantee she'd be a champion. But she had one thing. She listened to her inner voice, and that made all the difference. As you leave today, ask yourself, What is the one thing you've been afraid to start? And what would happen if you finally did? Your dreams are calling. Are you listening?